There we go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right.
I had to send the request probably.
All right. DCMikeTV.com right here with SULAIMAN SEGAWA.
Yeah.
SULAIMAN, how you doing, brother man?
Am I? How are you?
I'm good. For the viewers that's watching, if you guys aren't following me, you guys can matter of fact,
Yeah.
I apologize you guys have to turn the comments up that way. SULAIMAN to focus in on the interview. For those who unfollow me, you guys can follow me at DC Mike TV on YouTube. And you can check out the website at DCMikeTV.com. SULAIMAN, how you doing, brother man?
Am I? How are you, man?
I'm
How's it
good. I'm
going?
good. This is featherweight Suleiman Sigawa by way of Uganda, but he lives in Silver Spring, Maryland.
Yeah.
Suleiman, this is my first time meeting you, obviously. For those who don't know about Suleiman Sigawa, he fought a lot of great fighters. He fought Abraham Nova. A lot of people know him. He fought Lashley Pierce, who obviously fought Tank Davis. That
Yeah.
strong session went around the world. Who else have you fought?
You said what?
Who else have you fought that you
Is it Jermaine Ortiz? I fought a bunch of guys. Jermaine Ortiz, Galagos. Yeah, a bunch of guys have fought. Yeah. Some of them, I just have to go on box track to remember their names.
you you Boston fans listen, I'm pretty sure you guys know all the names you mentioned last year. Jermaine Ortiz, who just fought Lomachenko,
Yeah,
Gabriel
yeah, I
Lexus.
think yeah.
So he's fought a lot of good people. Record 14, was it 14 and 2, correct?
No, right now it's 14-3. 14-3.
14
Yeah.
and 3. Beat a lot of good people. So for those who don't know who you are, can you let them know, obviously you came from Uganda. What was it like growing up in Uganda? And can you talk about your amateur
Yeah.
pedigree?
So in Uganda, growing up in Uganda, actually it wasn't that tough. But the only thing is, whenever you're in life, you have to admire good things. So we grew up. By the time I grew up, all of my trainers were talking about guys like Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray. So we grew up when those guys were our role models. So we used, to look out to such guys like Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray. So it inspired us, to start, looking for ways to make it in the US.
Okay. So, what's your amateur record and what type of
So my
challenges have you?
amateur records are probably I'm like 300. I have a few losses in amateur, but some of them I don't recognize them. But I've had like almost like 300 fights. Yeah, yeah,
That's a Lomachenko amateur type of record.
yeah. Kind of. We almost in the same kind of record in amateurs.
Yeah. So have you did you take it to the nationals?
Yeah, in my country, I made it to the nationals. I made it to the Olympic qualifier in Yaoundé. That was in 2016 for my country, but probably I didn't qualify. But I was there, in qualifiers with all the best guys in the amateurs.
All right. All right. And what was your weight class in amateur?
In amateurs, I used to fight lightweight.
135?
Yeah, I used to fight 130. My weight was 130. Yeah,
Okay. All right. And right
yeah.
now you're fighting at 126,
One,
correct?
yeah, 126 and 130. Sometimes I switch it up.
Okay.
Yeah,
You kind of fluctuate back and forth.
yeah,
All right. All right. For the viewers that's watching, I get new followers every day, so I'm gonna edit this and throw this on my YouTube. So I'm gonna speak as if we're on YouTube right now. So for those who's watching, he has a big fight coming up May 6th in Washington D.C.
yeah,
It's promoted by Dusty Harrison. Everybody knows him. And
yeah,
co-promoted by Thomas LaManna out of New Jersey. And co-promoted in Washington D.C. The fight will be live at the Entertainment Sports Arena. You're taking on MISAEL Lopez. Um,
yeah.
yep, MISAEL Lopez. He's fought on TV a handful of times. He actually just lost to one of our local guys, I think about a year or so ago, Jordan
Oh,
White.
yeah.
Yep. Misael Lopez. It's a step up for you on paper. What do you think about your fight with Misael Lopez?
Actually, my trainer, looked him up, but I haven't, gotten even time to look him up because I've been concentrating on training. So my trainer, goes, sees the videos, then he comes and shows me how he moves, how he reacts. Yeah. But I don't sometimes take times even to watch fights because I'm always busy up and down doing this and this. Yeah.
So, I guess for the most part, you typically don't watch a lot of tape with your opponent.
No, I don't do that. And that's a bad habit though. I should, start watching their fights. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess the little bit or the teeny bit of footage you saw on Lopez. What do you think of Nick?
Honestly speaking, I haven't seen any footage of him.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't.
Okay.
Yeah.
On paper, he's ranked in front of you.
Yeah.
Any concern about him being ranked in front of you, or is this a step up fight for you, or is it
Yeah.
just a regular fight?
Now, to me, each and every fight, I take each and every fight as it comes. So when I'm going to face him, I see him as a great fighter, but I'm coming to show him that I'm better than him. So I take him serious as well.
Okay. So how would you compare? Do you think Misael Lopez will be any better than Elijah Pierce or Jermaine Ortiz or Abraham Nova? What do you think?
I think they might be on the same level, but so no excuses with Abraham and Nova and Ortiz. I had some kind of like, it was like late calls. They used to call me like a week before the fight, so they didn't give me time to prepare. But him, I have at least a few weeks to prepare for him. So whatever it is, I know, we're gonna take him down.
So when did this fight get made? Maybe a week or two ago.
What?
I said, when did this fight get made with Misael Lopez?
So they told me about him probably like 2 weeks back. Probably I'm having like 5, 6 weeks. Yeah.
Okay. Is that enough time for you to get ready for somebody?
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah.
All right. All right. So what can the fans expect from Suleiman Sugawa on May 6th? Matter of fact, that's Cinco de Mayo as well.
You say what?
I said May 6th is Cinco de Mayo.
It's a day. Is it a day?
Yeah, for the Spanish.
Oh, that's what's up, man. That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what can the fans expect from you on May 6th?
They have to expect the best of me. I'm more, I'm kind of an entertainer when I go in the ring. I kind of, entertain my fans. I'm a skillful fighter, so I try to like pick opponents piece by piece. So they should expect a good show. Yeah.
What, what are you looking to do? Are you looking to beat him by unanimous decision, maybe outpoint him, or do you think you can possibly maybe stop him?
If the knockout comes, I'll be glad to take it. But if he doesn't, I'll point him.
So why should the so for the fans that don't know you, what's so exciting about Suleiman Sugawa style?
It's a smart style. Though people they call it awkward because they can't figure it out. It's hard for people to figure out how I fight because I try and I tend to set a lot of traps. I don't just walk into like fighters. I take my time to study the fighter, to read them as we in the motion of fighting at the same time.
Mm.
Yeah.
And obviously, and for those who don't know, you're also southpaw, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's talk about that a little bit. You're obviously southpaw. Misael Lopez, I believe, is orthodox. He's right-handed. So do
Yeah.
you believe that would play in your advantage?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah.
Do you like fighting right-handed fighters more than southpaws, or it doesn't really matter?
To me, it doesn't matter. Yeah, to me, it doesn't matter. Any fighter, I take him. I take them as they come.
Okay. And Suleiman Sugawa was the main event, like I told you guys before, on May 6th. You have a great undercard as well. You have Rihanna Rios. He's fighting with the card undefeated Rihanna Rios. You got Dominic Crowder, another undefeated guy from Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah.
You have Shaquille Daly. You have a lot of good guys on undercard. So what do So what do you think about this card as a whole?
No, it's a great card. Like the matchmaking was great. And I'm seeing
Mm,
more fighters are coming on the show, which is a good thing.
yeah,
Because the more fighters we have on the card, the better it becomes.
yeah,
Yeah.
no doubt. So, anything else you want the fans to do to know, Suleiman?
Yeah, and I just want the fans to understand that I'm bringing for them a great show. I'm gonna put on a hell of a show. They should expect the best of me, and they should just keep, like supporting, DMV fighters. That's all, man. Yeah.
I hear you sell a lot of tickets.
Yeah, we're selling out tickets in urban boxing platforms because I have a gym that sponsors me. That's my, yeah. So we sell all of my tickets in those locations.
Mm. Yeah, a lot of people told me that you sell a lot of tickets. You have a big fan base.
I think, yeah, I have a big fan base in urban boxing. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So how much the tickets going for, just in case anybody want to go in Washington D.C.?
So we actually I'm having 4 tiers: 55, 90s, 125s, and the 225s. Yeah, but
You
whoever
got
wants to get the tickets, you just go on the urban boxing website. You can just get the tickets.
yep. It's real simple, you guys. You guys can easily buy a ticket, and it's affordable. It's in a great venue that holds about maybe what 3,000 to 4,000 people.
4,000 plus. Yeah.
Yep, 4,000 plus. A great venue. You guys, please be there. And once again, who have you sparred with for this fight to help get you ready?
And for this fight, I've been, sparring with, a couple of good guys, like great amateur guys. There is a guy from Baltimore. What's his name? Is it Noah Ash? He's from Baltimore. He just won his like nationals. He's now going to the regionals.
Oh,
Yeah, he's from Baltimore.
okay,
There is another one who is called Marco Kennedy. He's from Rekmod. He just got a silver in the Golden Gloves.
okay,
Yeah, yeah, I'm using a couple of good prospects from the amateurs, so they're helping me to keep me sharp.
okay. They also throw a lot of punches, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Now notice that about your style, you throw a lot of punches. It's like you never get tired. You can. How many punches do you typically throw in a fight?
It depends. Because sometimes if I'm on too much pressure, I throw a bunch of punches. But if I'm more calm, I tend to take my time and I throw less punches. So it just depends on the motion.
Okay.
Yeah.
And have you in your whole entire boxing career, what fighters have you sparred with that the boxing fans or the world would know?
Yeah, I've sparred with a lot of great fighters like Sharif Wogere. I've sparred Roach Jr., Lamont Roach. I've done sparring with who? How many great guys? I think Mikey too. There is also another, great amateur guy. He's called Jalil Haikens. He's from
Yep.
Maryland. Yeah, I've
Uh-huh.
been in the ring with him. Yeah, I've been with some great kids. Yeah, who are, they're so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No question.